Hello everyone. Welcome to Lizzie Stamps. This is my second video. I'm really excited to be playing with it. And so for today, we are going to make some of the cards that I showed in the last video using the Scrappy paper or Scrappy strip technique. As I showed you before, I used the Bird Ballad suite, and that's found on page 92 of the annual catalog. And what I did is I took strips of paper and glued them onto a 4x5 1/4 piece of cardstock, trimmed the edges, and so this is a nice layer to put on a cardstock front. So today I'm going to be making a card for you, showing you that. I'm going to show you a couple cards that I've already made. The first one is using the story label punch, which is found in the catalog on page 186. And I used the image from the Free as a Bird stamp set, which I really like. I love the wording. I love the penciled images of the birds and the flowers and the leaf. There's a lot you can do with this. This will be available in the catalog starting in June, but the suite itself is not coming back, which means the paper and the tin with the laser cut cards, which is really pretty. It's a great way to give a gift set using this whole suite. So this was probably one of the first things I bought out of the catalog. So here, what I've done is I've taken some of the images from the paper and just fussy cut it out and added some rhinestones. You can see here, some pretty pink rhinestones, and took our satin calypso ribbon, wrapped it around, and here you have the image. Now, how did I get this layer? Well, I went ahead and cut another piece of cardstock using Pool Party from the story label punch and then cut it in half, and then I adhered it. I'm going to show you how we did that on the new card that we're making today. So there's one, and here's another one. Really pretty. This is using the layering circles dies, which are retiring. I am so bummed because I really like those. So I love the scalloped edges nestled in with the regular circle image. So these dies are on page 193. They are retiring. So a lot of things are starting to go real fast. So you need to start going on and checking it out. You can go to my website and bethrobinson.stampinup.net and go and look and see what's retiring and what is already sold out. So there's quite a few things selling out. So here, this is using the scalloped lace trim ribbon. You can find that on page 193. And this is, oh, I'm sorry, 174. So this ribbon is coming back. So I really like this, the laciness, the laciness of the ribbon. It's a little stretchy, and I love the scallop. So on the inside of this one, again, all I did, there we go. All I did was take some of the designer paper, fussy cut a floral image out, and just glued it on. And then the last card, and oh, I forgot to show you on this card that I took Old Olive and Flirty Flamingo, and I used the Stampin' Blends. So that's really fun. The Stampin' Blends are fun to play with. They are coming back, but they're going to be sold as a duo pack. They're not going to be sold individually. So that's going to be great that they're still bringing those back, and they really work well. And then here's another card, again, using the bird image, and I used Calypso Coral and Crumb Cake Stampin' Blends, and I stamped this image in Memento Black Tuxedo ink. And here we have our petal pink ribbon, sheer ribbon, and that is, again, on page 174 in the annual catalog. And on the inside, I did stamp the image, "Your friendship means the world to me," and again, fussy cut some of the flowers out. So, okay. So for today, we're going to go ahead. I've already punched out Calypso Coral from the Story Label Punch, and I'm going to get that ready. And all I'm going to do is just cut it in half. There we go. So now I'm going to take this image, The World Needs More of You, and I'm going to stamp it on a scrap piece of white cardstock. And I'm going to use Calypso Coral. I'm going to go ahead and stamp it. There we go. I think that did a nice job. And then I'm going to go ahead and punch it out with our Story Label punch. Okay. So there we go. That's all set. And so there's a lot of white image to it. So what I'm going to do is just take, this is another color that's in the Bird Ballad designer paper series, and the Petal Pink, and I'm going to take one of the flower images and I'm just going to stamp over it. It's very light. There you go. And then you're taking away some of that white space, which is nice. There we go. Stamping off. Let's see how we like this so far. I like that. I think that's perfect. Okay. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the layers and we're going to glue them on either side. And I'm going to use my Tombow glue, and I'm just going to glue the edge of the white and flip it over and make that edge. And I'm just doing it so there's about 1/8 of an inch, I would say. So there you go. So you have that right there. Now I'm going to flip it over and do the other edge. There we go. There we go. So there we have it. So your image is ready to be put on the card's front. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap some ribbon around. We're going to be using the scallop lace trim ribbon. And I'm just going to do a little bit of that. And I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. And I just like using my, this is Fast Fuse that I still have, that I hoarded over. And we are getting new tape runner in the new catalog, which I'm very excited about. So there we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this up. So this is some Stampin' Dimensionals from a paper pumpkin. And I use every last bit of it. So I can just cut the edges. There we go. And I want to just put this on. I'm going to put this on the edge right here and on this edge because I don't want any over the ribbon. So just put those at the edges and there we go. All right. So, oh, there we go. Sorry. So you have that. Now, if I wanted to, I could add, to give it a little bit more bling, I could add some Wink of Stella. And the Wink of Stella is our glitter pen. And I'm just going to go ahead and just color it in. And you'll get some of the, you see, the shimmer. There we go. I'm just doing it on the flowers. This one's running out a little bit. Squeeze it a little bit more. So there we go. And just on there. So it gives you a little bit of bling. Can't really see that. There you go. Okay. So now I'm ready to put it on my card front. And again, I'm going to use dimensionals. And this is how you get rid of every last bit. Never ever let the edges go to waste. You might want to put one in the middle. Okay. There we go. All right, I'm ready to adhere it to the card front. There we go. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of the scallop trim. Just tie a knot. Doesn't matter how you tie it. This ribbon is very forgiving. I love it. You can manipulate it because it's so stretchy. And I'm just going to cut the strip of the ribbon. There we go. Okay, so now we have the front of the card made. And as you can see, I've used dimensionals to pop it up, as well as the story label punch front. All right, so now for the inside, I'm going to go ahead and use my petal pink again, and I'm just going to stamp some random right over here in the corner. And this, I'm using the same stamp, but I stamped it once, stamped it again, and stamped it a third time. So it's a gradation of the petal pink color. So, and I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to use my glitter Wingastella pen and just color that focal image. Okay, now I am ready to adhere this to the inside of the card. I'm not going to write a sentiment or stamp a sentiment. I'm just going to go ahead and leave that blank. And here we go. Put it into the card base. There we go. So this is all finished. What's really nice is, let's bring the rest of the cards in. This is a great way to give as a gift for a birthday. So you have this one, and you have this one, and then this one. There we go. And that's a really nice gift set if you wanted to give with cards, and always with envelopes. And don't forget to stamp your envelope with the image that's from the stamp set. So I hope you really enjoyed this video on how to make some of the cards using that scrappy paper technique. There you go. And look forward to making another video for you. Have a great day.